Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Vulsker here with some more diving into some comic books. If you caught video 1 going over the Absolute Carnage issue 2, this is a branch off because we're going to be talking about the most recent side stories. And boy, do we have quite a few of them. And this is what's going on as of now. So, you want to know what I think so far with all these issues? Please take a chill, crack a cold one, let's talk about it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. I won't waste too much of your time, guys, but I definitely want to talk about these issues because, like I've mentioned a couple times, this is the largest story arc that I am involved in right now, as being, new to comics. And boy, is this going in so many different directions that I'm just like, what the hell? So, first one I'm going to talk about. Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool issue 1. For those of you who are familiar with Carnage versus Deadpool, which ended up tying right into the beginning of Separation Anxiety, well, this kind of picks up pretty much right before, I believe, right before Absolute Carnage issue 1. Spider-Man, Deadpool, gotta love that bromance. It kind of kicks off very Deadpool-ish, comical way, which is pretty damn hilarious. Fake birthday villains, what the hell do you expect? But for those of you who've been following around with the mental institution, basically he gets sent there to get help, and shit just breaks out. Shit hits the fan. Basically, you kind of see what led into the end of Absolute Carnage issue 1, kind of where all the staff was, what's going on, and it's basically Deadpool, no weapons, what the hell do I do with Venom surrounded, or Carnage surrounding me everywhere. Very, very funny issue, very quick though, very small, but I know it's probably one of those, like, the actual page count's pretty small, but a lot of the internal dialogue and things that Deadpool's known for does make some of the speaking scenes a little bare, and that's because of that. Definitely would check it out. This makes me want to go back and actually find and read Carnage versus Deadpool, because I have not. And knowing the fact that with Separation Anxiety threw a couple hints of what happened here, and this brings up that fight, and they actually, and I'm wondering if this is going to do anything with him, but they point him as being special in this whole symbiote arc, so I'm curious to see. Let's hope. Overall, 3.5. Pretty funny, simple, sweet. They leave you with that tidbit at the end about him being special and wonder what's going to happen out of it. So, let's see. Then, moving on to Lethal Protectors. Once again, the underground lair, the symbiote, love fest with Carnage comes back, into play. We're getting very familiar with this whole area around where Carnage is sitting and kind of has his babies, characters, whoever may be under his control. Even though it is Lethal Protectors, you mainly only really get Misty Knight in this whole issue. There are a couple really interesting scenes. It kind of brings out a couple characters I'm not too familiar with, and and deals with like resurrection and death, and it's a little odd. Misty is definitely rocking out the robotic arm, which the reason I know who she is from the Netflix series, RIP. But yeah, definitely interesting. It pretty much ends like most of them right at the end, like, oh shit, what's coming next? I'd give this one a 3. It's all side story fluff, not really too much action, just kind of, you know, cool things here and there, but nowhere near as entertaining, at least, as the Deadpool issue and the actual main 1s and 2 of Absolute Carnage. But I would check it out. Then, moving on. So, this is the Venom tie-in. All it is just simply Venom 17 or Venom issue 17. On the cover, pretty much, you know, shows you that it's leading up to something with Venom versus the Life symbiotes, Life Foundation symbiotes. I could tell you what's nice about this issue is, for those you wonder, well, what's going on with the kids? Was it the maker? I believe the futuristic Reed Richards. This issue is all about what's going on in his lair. It introduces another symbiote that I'm not familiar with, which is kind of interesting. But you get to see a little bit of action, and it definitely sets some of the next steps. So I would check it out, especially if you, out of any of the side issues going on with this arc, this I really enjoy, in the fact that it ties right into basically where the issue 1 kind of ended with the lair. This tells you what's going on next. So I'd definitely check it out. I'd give this one, I'd probably 4 out of 5. Entertaining, quick, but definitely very imperative with the story. Then we have Absolute Carnage Symbiote Spider-Man. This one was disappointing, honestly. Right on cover, to me, I was like, holy crap. Are we getting something symbiote for Spider-Man? Are we getting Black Suit? What's going on here? No. It actually starts with a past look of when he first became Black Suit Spider-Man in the continuity. And it follows around basically like a doctor, business professional who suffered because he was at one point a host to the symbiote, and they're trying to get time off of jail. So you got to figure out basically what's going on. It's interesting, but very disappointing for what I was hoping and thinking it may be. I'm going to give this one 2.5 out of 5. You can check it out, but honestly, it really doesn't do anything at all. What do you guys think so far? I mean, any of these you read and you want to know a little bit more about? Drop a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do remember, you can always send a subscribe over my way to follow my content, and Twitter. I'm usually talking and posting about these. Twitter.com/Vulsker or simply @Vulsker. And last but not least, we got Absolute Carnage Scream issue 2. For those of you that watched my prior video, issue 1 had me really confused because I'm not too familiar with the Life Foundation symbiotes, and the fact that she is going her own separate direction compared to the other 4. And it was talking about characters I'm not very familiar with, period. And it picks right back up with Andy and her, and you start to see that these symbiotes can actually potentially fight Carnage's control, as well as all the other voices in their head. So it was kind of really interesting. A little team up, maybe not. Backstabbing. It really sets up what's going to happen next down this path, and it's all inching forward to what I am hoping is one massive giant fight, because they keep alluding to, we need to get to New York, we need to defeat them, we got to bring the offense. So much better than issue 1. Gave a little bit more detail about what the hell I was reading and who I was reading about, but still not perfect. 3 out of 5, or let's say 3.5 out of 5 actually. A little bit better, not quite as good as a couple other issues. Definitely better than the first, and I like where it's going, so hopefully get to see more. So guys, that's all I have today. Any comments, opinions, want to know more about what I'm reading, what's going on, please feel free. Once again, drop a comment below, thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know what you think about my content and the topics of my videos, or is there something you would like me to dive in for you? Toss a subscribe if you want to follow my content, notifications, ding dong, know when things are coming out, or Twitter. That's where I'm always at, almost every day, all day, son. But until next time, I just want to thank you guys again for the love and checking me out. Until next time, Vulsker's out. I would definitely recommend it. If you're Venom, Carnage, Spider-Man fan, you like this kind of shit, absolutely do it. Check it out. And if you're like me, I thought this was going to be issue 1 through 5, 1 through 6 kind of shit. It is. But it's actually going through November, I believe, and issue 5 is that month. So they're actually filling the next few months in with a lot of side issues that go into the story.